As most of us know, next week, September 13th, the DLC for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet comes out, the Teal Mask. That means we're going to have a brand new meta game. There's going to be new Pokemon in the game right now, and that also means that Pokemon that are currently banned may come down to OU again to just have a little fun, and we test out and see just how broken they are. So, like I said, Pokemon's currently having this SVOU tiering survey to kind of vote and give our thoughts on the matter. If Pokemon like Volcarona should come back to OU and be retested. So I'm going to fill it out here in a video. I'll leave a link to it down below if you guys would like to fill it out as well. Let's get into it. So for the following, rate how you would feel about reintroducing the following Pokemon in SVOU upon the release of DLC. So I think Volcarona is a fantastic Pokemon to start with. It was quick banned, and honestly I think that Volcarona deserved a suspect test. I think that if they quick banned it before Pokemon Home come out, most people wouldn't have cared at all, because Volk was probably at the peak of brokenness right before Pokemon Home came out, and then I just found it kind of interesting that it was just quick banned straight up during the release of Pokemon Home and that metagame itself. So this is a 5 for me. I do think Volcarona may end up being banned again, but I really hope that this is something that gets suspect tested, at least in the future. I do think they should have suspect tested Volk to begin with. Urshifu Rapid Strike is broken. Urshifu Rapid Strike reminded me of Kartana in Generation 7, except that it always had a good endgame matchup, right? Like, you always had to worry about Kartana getting its Beast Boost at the end of the game and sweeping you with Leaf Blade, Knockoff, Sacred or whatever. Urshifu was like that, except the fact that it doesn't have Beast Boost, but with Terra Water Surging Strikes, it kind of just massacred everything. Like, Dragonite getting smashed by Surging Strikes in Rain was crazy. I think that Urshifu should for sure remain Uber, or at like a 2. Like, I'm strongly towards it remaining Uber. Only reason I would think come back because of King Gambit, because that mon ended up surviving a suspect test. And maybe it will be okay just because we'll have quite a few Pokemon back, but not a lot of them can honestly check Urshifu Rapid Strike in this current meta. So I'm more so leaning towards 2 or even 1 for it being definitely an Uber. Zamazenta Crown, that's the fast one and still pretty strong as well. Sorry, I was mixing it up. We currently have the regular Zamazenta in OU, and Crown is the one with all the armor that is slower but insane bulk. Okay, I'll be completely honest. I actually thought that a few weeks back and during that, well, a few months back and during that current meta, I think that regular Zamazenta was more broken than Crown Zamazenta, even though it doesn't have the initial bulk. And obviously the dual typing really helps it a lot too. But I stand by that. During that week or two when it was, or this one was around, I do stand by the other one being more broken. Obviously we've adapted to it now, and I think that we're fine. Though it has put up some great numbers in tournaments. I'm okay with this one remaining in Uber. I don't think we need to bring this Pokemon back. It's just way too bulky to start it off, and it's, even though it can't have leftovers, and this is a Spikes metagame because of Pokemon like Hisui and Samurott, I think it's just way too much. It's just way too much. I don't see a reason to bring it down. With Terra as well, people were using Rest Talk as well, and who knows what the DLC brings in terms of like move tutors and things. Maybe in that case it's worth testing, just because in my mind it is pretty nasty. Also, let me know all your thoughts down below. I just slurred the hell out of that, but let me know your thoughts down below, especially if you don't end up, even if you do end up filling out the survey. I would love to know how we differ, how we compare when it comes to these opinions. But so far, I'm good with Volcarona coming back. I'm okay with Urshifu Rapid Strike like staying where it is, and I'm good with Zamazenta Crown just staying Uber as well. Maybe because we're probably going to get a plethora of fighting types back, maybe it's okay if Zamazenta Crown stays it, but that type of bulk is just like not necessary in the OU tier, I feel, from an offensive threat, in my opinion. That's my thing right there. From an offensive threat, I don't want to fight this Pokemon. I do think this is even more of an offensive stopper than the other Zamazenta is currently. Even an offensive definitely adapted to it, but I just think this is just too much, and it makes such good use of Terra. And a lot of these Pokemon are broken or not because of Terra, obviously. And so probably Terra is something that we will look at again with the DLC. I would not be surprised at all if we end up seeing a Terra suspect again. I don't think that OU will ever quick ban Terra, because I think that the backlash would be way too much for Smogon. I don't think they'd risk that. They already did something like that with Mega Gengar back when you had to vote and write a paragraph about why your vote mattered, and then they were allowed to decide if you're, because you got Rex, right? The way it works is you would get Rex for the Mega Gengar suspect, I believe, and then, and I might be mixing this up with a different suspect, but I believe it was Gengar, because they wanted to ban Mega Gengar from Ubers. You got Rex for it, and then on top of that, you had to write a paragraph with good reasoning, good enough reasoning to say this is why this Pokemon should be banned, and they got to decide if your paragraph was good enough, like from freaking schoolwork. And there was a lot of backlash from there. So now, like, major decisions, and Terra is a major decision, I don't think can be decided like that. So I'm pretty sure it'll always be a suspect when it comes to Terra. Palafin, oh Palafin. Yo, Palafin broken as hell. This mon is so freaking good. I think this mon should be banned from OU. I think this mon should be banned from draft leagues as well. When I was playing VGC for 2 weeks, I think this mon should have been banned from VGC. But I also think Flutterman should be banned from VGC just because it's so centralizing. But that's not a reason to ban a Pokemon. That's just a personal preference. Anyway, Palafin is slacking unbound, right? Comes in, it's not hard to activate. It's so much easier in singles as well to activate than it is in doubles, right? Because I have 5 Pokemon in the back, and a lot of them have probably regen, heavy duty boots, things like that, multiple of the same item. Yeah, it's just, there's no, this ability, they need to give slacking this ability. If they give it to Palafin, and Palafin is not like a legendary, you need to give slacking from 0 to hero again. That mon needs it as well, honestly. But yeah, Palafin just too good. I think that choice ban is insane versus offense, but the sets, and that was really good obviously when it first came out, because we had Pokemon like Fluttermane and things like that running around in OU. But the sets that obviously made it broken were the bulk up sets. And I also want to note that this entire, like, this is the last Pokemon on this list, and then there's some other stuff they ask. There's no Annihilate in this, and that's a pretty big Pokemon to have during a Palafin metagame, because I mean, Annihilate always Terra watered because of specifically Palafin, and they could actually 1v1 it. There's nothing in this meta that deals with this. I don't care that Pex is here. None of that crap matters. It just loses to bulk up, taunt. Amoonguss can't clear smog you if you're Terra Steel. Like, it's just too good. It's too good of a mon. It definitely should remain Uber. Like, these two, I think in my opinion, should for sure. Volcarona definitely comes back to OU. I would even put Urshifu at like a 3, but I'm leaning more towards 2 because my initial heart says one of these two. So I think that, yeah, but Palafin's just way too good. Too strong, too bulky, little drawback. Anybody can win with it. It's too good. Did you play at least one OU game? No, I was playing Draft League. Did you qualify for playoffs Smogon Tour? No. Did you qualify for OLT? Hell no. I did not even play OU during OLT. Did you make it around 16 the OU Spring Seasonal Tournament? The what? Did you get voting requirements for SV, King Gambit, or Zamazenta Hero? I believe I got it for Zamazenta. I don't remember if I finished them for King Gambit. Are you in top 250 of the SV OU ladder? If so, what is your ult? We do screen double claims. I'm going to be honest, I have not played a lot of OU due to OLT. I might not even be in top 250 currently. I don't even know what account I would have up here in the top 250. I'm just scrolling through it. Yeah, I like this for like the first time in a long time on my channel. I have not played as much OU. And the accounts I use are accounts of my friends, so just for fun, I'm just going to scroll through. But for the most part, I think I'm pretty good with what I voted. I would have loved to actually look at a few more Ubers. I don't think so. I'll go look at this later. Let me look at the Ubers tier list and see if there's anything else I would have added back down. I really want to say something about Annihilate, but after using it in draft where you can specifically counter team it, and I couldn't even Terra, and just finding out how stupid it was regardless, I can't. There's no argument there for me. I would love to make an argument about Chiampao for just because. I would love to make an argument about Spatha because I missed that one, but I can't. I literally can't. Iron Bundle, I'd make an argument about it, but it would miss just like Hydro Pump. And Mag, there's no freaking reason for you to come back. Regieleki, no. Spectre, you got coverage and Terra this gen. I will say that if, let's say, Terra ends up being banned, there's definitely, even though what I just said about Ape, there's definitely arguments to be made about both Ape, as well as, obviously, if Spathor comes back to OU 100%. It'd still be good with Star Power, but it wouldn't be as good. That comes back. You could make an argument about Palafin because Terra is definitely what pushes it over the edge, but it's still freaking great, right? But Terra definitely pushes it over the edge. You can I don't think you can make an argument about Spectre, but you can definitely make Regieleki comes back for sure without Terra. Volcarona comes back 100% without Terra. And Urshifu Rapid Strike has an argument. The Wicked Blow one is a little bit harder, but the Rapid Strike one has an argument without Terra. But yeah, I'll search through the rest of that, see if I have any alts there hidden. But thank you everybody for watching. What are you guys' thoughts? Let me know down below. I will see you all in the next video. And what do you want back that they didn't put on this list? That's it. Peace.